welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a little overview of how my first trimester went this time around. So if you guys want to hear all about it, you guys want to chat about it, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I have my little notebook here to keep me on track because a lot has happened. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. Anyways, the first thing I want to start with is how I told my husband. So on, I think it was, let me see here, March 10th, I woke up and I was just feeling like, okay, I need to take a pregnancy test because I felt a little bit off, but not like to the point where I was for sure. I just felt a little off. So I was like, let me just go ahead and take this pregnancy test. I took it. It was positive, although one of the lines was pretty faint. It was positive. I swear I thought it was negative when I first looked at it, and I was like, whew. And then I looked at it again closely, and girl, there was 2 lines. And I was like, okay. So I found out 2 days later. I took another pregnancy test just, you know, to double check and, you know, make sure I wasn't tripping. I took another one. It was also positive, though this time the line was a little bit darker. So I was like, okay, I think I'm actually pregnant this time. So I had just put it in my head that I wasn't gonna do anything about it just yet. We were like in the middle of planning Lohiao, who was our current baby. He's like 14 months old now. We're in the middle of planning his first birthday party, so I was completely overwhelmed. I had so much on my plate. Needless to say, I was like, I'm not doing nothing about it. Okay, duly noted, I'm pregnant. We'll cross that bridge in a minute. So what I did do though was I ordered these like scratch off cards. So they're like pregnancy announcement scratch off cards, and I ordered one for my husband and then one for my in-laws. So I gave one to my husband along with a little gift. It was like a onesie and the positive test. I gave it to him, I think, that weekend. And if you guys haven't seen, I did already upload that video of like revealing it to our family and my husband. So if you guys haven't seen that, I will put it right up here. He was excited, of course. So that's how I told him. He had to like scratch off a little a heart that was on there, and it said I'm pregnant, and he was excited. So we were both like, yay, okay, we're pregnant. And I was like, okay, so we gotta get through this birthday party first. So we excuse me if it sounds like I'm breathing hard. I am, because something about the second trimester, like, you just cannot catch your breath. I'm like pretty good into my second trimester at this point, and I literally am like out of breath at all times. It's so crazy. Anyway, at my son's birthday party, my baby's birthday party, we actually revealed it to our closer family, my in-laws, my sister, my brother-in-law. We gave my in-laws their scratch-off card. They found out that way, and so at the end of the birthday party, they knew, as well as us, you know, that we were pregnant, how far along I am, or how far along I was then. And we also did do the gender reveal, which I will be posting next week. So stay tuned for that. If you do not follow me on Instagram, please go and follow me. I will leave my @ right here on the screen. Go and follow me. I did ask you guys to guess if you think we're having a baby girl or a baby boy this time. So go ahead and do that real quick and then come on back. Yeah, so I will be revealing the gender next week. I actually have my 20-week ultrasound on Monday. So yes, stay tuned for that. That is how I told my husband and my in-laws. And that's kind of where we're at so far. We are very excited. It did kind of happen a lot faster than we were anticipating. You know, we were still kind of talking about, you know, the thought of maybe having another one. Like, are we done? Are we gonna try again? Blah, 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 whatever. Well, surprise. It happened again, and we're here. We're here now. So, okay, that is how I told them. Some people were asking what number baby this is. So this will be number 4 for me. Technically 5 because I did miscarry before I had Lohiao. I was pregnant twice in 2020. First with the baby we lost, and then we had our little miracle baby, Lohiao. So technically this will be number 5. And I can't even believe it. I can't even believe I can say that. Like, that, you've been pregnant how many times? Like, but yes, this will be technically number 5. So let's jump right into, let me see. Let's jump into where I plan to give birth, or what our kind of birth plan is. So this time around, we did decide that we do not need a doula. Everything that our doula Alexa taught us with Lohiao is still pretty fresh in our minds. It was literally like a year ago, so everything's still there, and I still have all of the what do you call it, paperwork that I had when we were working with her. So we just felt like we didn't need to have a doula this time around. However, we are going to the same birth center I used with Lohiao because our experience was like top notch, like excellent with them. I absolutely loved every part of my experience working with this birthing center, and it's the Puget Sound Midwifery Center. I don't know why I can never get the name right because I've literally been going there for over a year, but I'll put it here on the screen, and I'll actually put it down in the description as well. They were just amazing the entire pregnancy. I actually was going somewhere else at first, and then when I hit, right before I hit 20 weeks actually, I like transferred over to them because we had decided that, you know, we wanted to have a natural birth, but where I was going before, we were more so being pushed into like hospital birth and C-section, and it was too much. We wanted to be in control of how our pregnancy went, and I wanted to be in control of how my labor went. So I decided that I wanted to go with a birthing center. So I found one. Long story short, they were amazing. All the midwives there were absolutely amazing, so loving and friendly and kind, and the experience was just the best. So naturally we decided we're gonna go right back. Let me tell you how excited they were when I came in there to make my first appointment. They were like, what's going on here? And I was like, surprise. And they were like, yeah, like just literally excited that I was back with another one. So absolutely love them. Going back there, I still am in contact with Alexa, who was my doula with Lohiao. I do text her when I have like a question or something feels weird or off or whatever. I still do go back and forth with her, so that's amazing. She's more like family to us now. She's not just like a doula that we worked with. We love her. Alexa, if you're watching this, we love you so much. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, that is our birth plan. We are going to go back, or I'm currently going to the birth center, and I do plan to have this baby there as well. So yeah, that's that. Moving on, I guess we can jump into my symptoms for this trimester this time around. Almost exactly the same as my last pregnancy, but I feel like this time it was maybe like 4 or 5 levels up from there. The first 6 weeks I didn't feel anything. I feel like, honestly, I didn't know I was pregnant for like the first 6 weeks. Felt nothing. Nothing was new, or, you know, nothing was off, I should say. But they say once you hit 6 weeks, it gets crazy. And it sure did. Once I got just past 6 weeks, it hit me like a train. First thing that hit me was the fatigue. The fatigue took me out. I literally went from like high energy to like a sloth. It took so much for me to push myself to get out of bed. It's insane. Like, women have to go through it, okay, to make a child, to grow a baby, okay? It takes so much out of us physically. So the fatigue was number one. The second thing was the nausea. This nausea. I hate being nauseous. Ever. Nausea is the worst to me. Nausea is like my kryptonite. And this time the nausea was stupid. Oh my God. It was like the nausea I experienced with Lohiao, but like I said, like 4 or 5 levels up from there. I was so nauseous. Everything smelled bad. The kids smelled bad. I couldn't, like, too much light made my nausea worse. The only thing that helped me get through the nausea really was like if I was asleep at night. That's the only time I really didn't experience any nausea, because I was passed out. You don't feel nothing, you know? But oh my God, the nausea was the worst. And having to get up every day from being so tired, having to get up because I have other children. You know, I have a almost 16-year-old son with special needs. I have my 9, almost 10-year-old boy, and then I have my little baby, okay? I have things to do, okay? I have children to feed, keep alive, a house to run. I have things to do. And when I tell you this nausea and fatigue together, it was the worst. So let's just say that this time it was the worst. Out of all 4 of my kids, it was the worst this time. And every time you get pregnant, I feel like as a woman, you're like, if you get nauseous anyway, you're like, oh my God, this one's the worst. You know, if you have multiple kids and you've been pregnant before, you're like, oh my God, the nausea this time is bad. And then you get pregnant again, oh my God, the nausea this time was the worst, period, point blank. And there was literally a select few things that I could eat / drink and hold down. Number one, one of the first things for me, I drink a lot of water. The only 2 things I drink really is water and coffee. Every now and then I'll probably drink some juice, some type of juice or tea or something. Like, I love tea. But it's mainly water and coffee every single day is what I drink. And I drink a lot of water. Every time I get pregnant, for some reason, water tastes like how garbage smells. Like, have you ever, like, smelled a garbage truck? That's what water tastes like to me, is that smell. And I cannot. So, it was really, really hard to get through just those 2 symptoms, okay? I had to write everything down because I feel like a lot happened. But yeah, the nausea, the fatigue. I also this time experienced having like a really bad like metallic-y taste in my mouth, which is weird. I've never experienced that before. But I experienced that. And then, let me see. I know this is TMI, but this is a pregnancy video. I'm super gassy. Or, well, we're talking about my first trimester. I was really gassy, like really gassy, burping like all throughout the day, over and over, just burping and burping and burping. Obviously the other thing too, I was very gassy. That's another thing, which is normal. That's totally normal. And then the last thing is that I always experience very dry skin. Like the second I start feeling symptoms, my skin literally like dries up like the Sahara. It's like all the moisture leaves my body, obviously because I'm not able to like replenish and drink like I want to because I'm so nauseous. It is alligator skin up in here. My lips are all discolored from being dry and cracking. I can't see, my lips just be so dry. I can't really do anything. I put chapstick on, but it doesn't do anything because my lips are like cracked and bleeding. My skin just feels like so tight. Ugh, it's like the worst feeling ever. But I mean, typically in the first trimester, I always experience very dry skin, which in turn makes me break out. So that's another symptom, is I break out quite a bit while I'm pregnant. It sucks because I struggled with adult acne for years, and then I finally got rid of it. I took what's that like crazy drug called? Why can't I think of it? If you guys think of it, comment down below. But it's that crazy medication that you can take that supposedly like knocks out your acne from the inside out. I went on that for I think like a year or something, 6 months or a year, and that completely took out all the acne I had. And for the first time in my life, I experienced like being acne free. My chest cleared up, my back cleared up, my face. It was magic. Even though going through it was really tough because of the side effects, the after effect was amazing. Believe it's the pregnancy hormones to get your skin to act up. Anyways, yeah, so my skin is dry and I'm breaking out. But pretty much that is all the symptoms I experienced in the first trimester. Fatigue, nausea, weird taste in my mouth, like a weird metallic-y taste in my mouth, dry skin, acne. Pretty much sums up all my symptoms. I did start peeing more often, but not like how I am now that I'm in the second trimester. I pee like 1,000,000 times a day now. But yeah, that's how it went down in the first trimester. I guess we can move on to like food aversions. I literally couldn't eat pretty much anything. Sweets, I love sweets. And when I say sweets, I mean like pastries, donuts, iced coffee, like things like that. I don't like candies, I don't drink soda, I don't do none of that stuff, but I love pastries. When I tell you I couldn't look at a pastry without gagging, couldn't use no seasonings. I love garlic salt. The Lowry's garlic salt, that is my #1 seasoning. Couldn't do it because the garlic like lingers in your mouth. Seasonings were out. Anything with like a really strong smell was out. Fruits and vegetables, like just hearing the texture of a banana while my baby was chewing it, it was like like no. I could only drink super ice cold water. So like water, like my water cup had to be filled to the top with ice and water, and I could only drink water that way, and it was only like a sip at a time, like a sip here, a sip there. If I messed around and tried to tank it because I was so thirsty, it did happen a couple times, I would like tank it because I was so thirsty, and then it would come right back up. So ice cold water, and I'm so out of breath. Ice cold water and ice cold coconut water. Plain coconut water with no added flavor or sugar or anything like that is the only two things that I could keep down, just like a sip at a time throughout the day. Yeah, I couldn't really eat anything. I really could not. I didn't gain any weight the first trimester because I was just so nauseous. The only thing I could eat was like plain dry carb stuff. Like I could eat like plain crackers. Like I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff that helped me get through, but like plain dry crackers, what you call, I'm so out of breath, it's crazy. I'm just sitting here. Anyway, plain dry crackers, plain toast, like toast with like the slightest bit of unsalted butter, and like maybe like plain pasta. That's like the only things I could eat, literally. And it was just like a bite here and a bite there, because if I messed around, it did too much because I was starving. it would come right back up. So I learned really quick, take one bite here, one bite there. It doesn't matter how hungry you are unless you want to throw up. Because like I said, nausea is my kryptonite. I hate throwing up. I've had a phobia of throwing up since I was like 8 or 9. I had a really bad experience. One time I got super sick and I threw up so hard I thought I was gonna die. Ever since then, I've had like this huge phobia of throwing up. So anytime I feel nausea, I start sweating. I start getting all hot. Like I get scared I'm gonna throw up. So anyways, yeah, those are the only things I could really keep down. And that kind of, well, that was my nourishment for the first trimester, honestly. So very, very minimal amount of food and or drink. So that was all my food aversions, basically everything. I couldn't eat really anything. Jump into some of the products that I use to help me get through. So I first want to show you guys the supplements I'm taking during this pregnancy. So the prenatals I'm taking are the same ones I took when I was pregnant with Lohiao. It's the Rainbow Light vitamins. I've been taking these for a couple years now. I started taking these back in 2020 when we started talking about getting pregnant and, you know, trying to get my diet and everything together so that, you know, when I did get pregnant, it would be, you know, everything would be all good with my body. So I started taking these before I got pregnant and I've just been taking them since then. I wanted to continue taking it while I was breastfeeding with Lohiao, so I took it literally still after I had him. I breastfed him for 11 months. So I've literally just been taking it for like 2 years straight pretty much. So still taking those. I am taking some vitamin D. I'm gonna show you guys this. And I will leave some links down below where you can find these. I'm taking some vitamin D. I'm always anemic when I'm pregnant. I always have had a problem with that. So I take these iron supplements. This is from Mega Food. It's called Blood Builder, and it's just a natural iron supplement. I got this one from Amazon, and like I said, I will link everything for you guys. And then I am taking a probiotic slash prebiotic because I do struggle with constipation. Every woman does, basically. So this is the probiotic and prebiotic I'm also taking. This time around though, I will say that because iron makes you constipated and constipation is just like automatic when you're pregnant, I will say that I haven't been super consistent with my iron supplements because constipation is so uncomfortable. It like hurts your body. If you don't, you know, you're not able to poop for like a week, it hurts. It hurts. So I told myself I'm not gonna take it every single day. And honestly, it's been working for me as far as constipation. I'm not really constipated this pregnancy. I go very often, which I mean for me is great because I'm not experiencing that pain and discomfort of, you know, having to build up for days and days. So I mean do with it what you will, you know. If you're anemic or if they tell you that your iron is low, definitely try these. These are my go-to. I love these. I've been taking them for, like I said, the past 2 years. Almost all of these supplements I've been taking for like 2 years now. So definitely try those if you are low in iron. That's a good supplement to take. Let's see here. Okay, so this is something that one of my midwives suggested for my nausea. When I tell you this didn't do anything for me, I was pissed because I was like, something's gotta help. Like something has to work. I went and got this and I'm just so mad because it literally didn't do nothing. I was still nauseous as hell. Anyways, so this is the Nature's Bounty ginger root supplement. That's what it looks like. This is supposedly supposed to help with nausea, but it ain't do nothing for me. So I don't know. Definitely talk to your doctor or your midwife, you know, talk to them about it, see what they suggest. That was just a suggestion for me because, like I said, I'm trying my best, or I don't know if I said anything about that. Anytime I'm pregnant, I try my best to stick to as much natural ingredients, natural supplements, or clean, vegan, everything as much as possible, so that, I don't know, I just feel like it's better for the baby to not put so much chemicals and like processed foods and stuff like that in your body. I try my best to like make sure I use as much clean or vegan products as possible, and that goes hand in hand with also what I put in my body. So if that makes sense, I try to use as much clean stuff as possible. So all of those were clean, vegan. You can use them while you're pregnant. All right, let's see what else. Oh yeah, so I had a hard time sleeping some nights. Now it's worse, obviously, because I'm farther along, but sleep was kind of hard. So I saw this and I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. I bought it and I feel like it does kind of bring me down a little bit. It doesn't really help me sleep, but it does kind of bring like my anxiety down a little bit. It does help calm me. And this is the Pacifica Lavender Moon Body and Pillow Mist Spray. And it's lavender and rose, and it's the plant-powered aromatherapy. It's 100% vegan. And I just spray this all over the bed, all over my pillow. And really just to help me sleep, you know, help me relax. So I use this my first trimester. I'm still using this. Would I say that you need it? No. But do I feel like it does help, you know, just kind of calm your mind a little bit? Yes. So give it a try if you feel like you need to or you want to. Ritz crackers. One of the things I was able to eat and not throw up. But like I said, it had to be like 1 or 2 at a time. I couldn't go ham on these even though I was hella hungry. It had to be like 1 or 2 at a time. 1 or 2 like every 15-20 minutes or something like that. So Ritz crackers, definitely. I did also eat saltines. I don't have any more of them, but saltine crackers did the trick as well. They never completely took the nausea away, but it did settle my stomach enough that I was able to like function and get through the day. So let me clear that up. It never took it away. It just kind of helped take the edge off. Another thing that I tried for nausea that low-key backfired on me, which was really annoying, was these Upspring Stomach Settle like nausea candies. So this is like lemon, ginger, and honey. I got this at Target. These things, when I saw them, I was like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna try these. I hope these work. These are so sweet though, and like I said, I couldn't tolerate anything sweet. So it was like the first, I don't know, like minute or 2 of me popping this in my mouth was fine, but after that it was literally like I was eating like a ball of sugar, and it just made me sick all over again. So I definitely tried to use these as much as possible, but they helped so little that eventually I was just over it, and I was like, I'm not trying it. I'm not gonna keep trying because it just makes me sick because they're so sweet. So I don't know, literally just chew on a piece of ginger, I would say. That's like one of the things that helped take the edge off too. Like that probably gave me more relief than anything, was literally chewing on a piece of ginger or putting ginger in my ginger tea, which I will show you. So these are the teas that I bought like a lot of in my first trimester. So these are the teas that I drank in my first trimester. So the ginger aid, and then this other ginger one from Yogi. These, I would say these did help take the edge off a little bit as well. And like I said, I would put like an actual little piece of ginger in the tea to intensify like the ginger flavor. And I do feel like this actually did help settle my stomach a lot more, literally, than anything. Ginger tea with actual pieces of ginger in it. Or you could just, another alternative is you could just boil some hot water and put a piece of ginger in there. That's the same as ginger tea. So if you don't actually have tea packaged, try that. And then this pregnancy tea, the raspberry leaf tea. I've been drinking this for a couple years as well. And this is supposed to help like strengthen your uterus. It's just supposed to help with like your feminine muscles and all that during your pregnancy. And then you can drink it before pregnancy. And they say like in your last trimester, like when you're about to be due, to start drinking this, because this is supposedly supposed to help with labor. So I did this as well. So like I said, I couldn't tolerate the smell of anything, and that includes any of my like hygiene supplies. Couldn't do it. So I went on Target to do a Target pickup, and I came across this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting this. Like this will be perfect. And it was. I literally used the entire thing. So this is the Cetaphil Ultra Gentle Body Wash, fragrance free. I didn't even know Cetaphil had body wash. Like, what the? Anyway, I saw that and I was like, boom, I'm gonna use that. And this literally saved me in my first trimester. I actually asked my husband to use it too, because I was like, anytime he would shower and he would come at me, I would just be like, you have to go, you have to go. It's too much, it's too much, I can't. So this literally saved me. And when I tell you I wasn't showering that much in my first trimester because fatigue, because nausea. So anytime I did shower, I would use this, but I would use it for like face wash. I would use it to shampoo my hair. I know this is not shampoo, but I couldn't risk smelling anything else. So I literally just use this from head to toe. I also use my honey pot, you know, for my lady bits. But this saved me in the first trimester. Literally has no smell whatsoever. So if you're struggling with that in your first trimester or just throughout your pregnancy, get something that's fragrance free, something gentle and fragrance free. It will help you out. I immediately started, like, my skin, because it's so dry, immediately started to itch and feel so uncomfortable. So I snagged up one of these. But for some reason, excuse me, there's that gas. But for some reason, this isn't doing anything for me. I've been using it. I've been using it throughout my first trimester. I've been using it as of lately, and it doesn't seem to do anything. My stomach area and like my pelvic area still itches like crazy. As soon as my skin starts stretching, the itch comes in so hard. But for some reason, this just isn't doing anything. So I recently saw this on Amazon and I ordered it, and literally the first time I used it, it was like instant relief. Even though they have almost exactly the same ingredients, this thing, oh my god, is amazing. My stomach, like all the areas that are stretching and are itching and just driving me crazy, this did the trick, and I'm so happy I found it. So this is Mother's Special Blend, and I found this on Amazon. And this is almond oil, coconut oil, cocoa butter, and vitamin E. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's a lifesaver. Because I was scratching myself to death. Even though obviously you're not supposed to scratch. It's itchy, and it's literally driving me insane. It gets so itchy I want to punch you in the face. Like, I need something. I need to scratch. But this thing has made it so that I literally just started using this but the relief is instant. Like, it literally, as soon as I start rubbing it in, the itch stops, and I freaking love it. So definitely get your hands on this if you're starting to itch. If you know, use it for your stretch marks, or if you have pups, try it on that. That's that pregnancy rash you get when you're pregnant. Try this baby right here. It's great. Oh, my water bottles. Same water bottles I've been using since my last pregnancy. Still using these. And then I have like a purple one too, so I can, like, you know, rotate through each of these. So this one's 32 ounces, 32 ounces. No, this one's 24 ounces, I think. 24 ounces. And I have another one that's 24 ounces, I believe. Now that I'm in my second trimester, I can drink till the cows come home. I'm just drinking, sucking down water all day, every day. It's like I cannot seem to drink enough water, but I'm not complaining because I can now drink it without feeling like I'm gonna vomit. So definitely gotta stay hydrated when you're pregnant. These are, so I want to talk to you guys about this last supplement that my midwife suggested to me in my last pregnancy. She's like, I want you to give it a try, look it up, read up about it. If you feel like it's something you want to try, go for it. It's completely approved. And I was like, what does it do? And she's like, it's supposed to help with your labor, to help make it, not make it faster, but help it go a little bit better and smoother. And your pain level is not supposed to be as high, and it's supposed to help with your recovery afterwards, with your body naturally recovering. So I was like, okay. So I looked it up and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I do feel like this played a really, really big part in me having such a smooth labor. It's called Gentle Birth. I'll show you, and I'll leave the link for this below. I got mine on Amazon. You guys, I feel like this played such a huge part because I took it consistently. You're supposed to take it like during the last 5 weeks of your pregnancy, which I did, and I took it religiously. And if you don't like herbal tasting stuff, you're not gonna like this. But trust me, if you just tough it out, literally just drop it in your mouth and then take a drink of some juice or something, tough it out, because I do feel like this played such a huge role in me having such a smooth pregnancy. Like, obviously it was still painful, but my labor with Lohiel was the shortest, #1 labor I've ever had. And literally the pushing portion was like, it was hard, like, because he was such a big baby. But I feel like once I started pushing, it went quickly. I did not tear with him, and he was my biggest baby. He was 9 pounds, 12.5 ounces. Okay. Okay. I'm not a big person. I'm not a huge person, okay? I'm 5'4". And this baby was damn near 10 pounds. But your girl did not rip. She did not tear. And I swear to God, I feel like this had a huge part to play. I also did all my, you know, stretches. I called my my cousin's wife. She's a yoga instructor. And I was like, what? Please tell me some exercises I can do. Because early on, they told me that he was a big baby. Like, very early on. He was huge already. Growing so fast. So I was like, please tell me some exercises, some stretches I can do. Because I want to make sure that, you know, I don't basically tear myself in half trying to have this baby. Okay, so yes, please give this a try. Bring it up at your next appointment. Ask your OB or your doctor or your midwife about this. This is a natural supplement, so I don't know that a lot of OBs really know about this, but my midwife suggested this and I'm so happy she did. I'm definitely going to be taking it in the last 5 weeks with this pregnancy religiously, just like I did with the last one, because like I said, I feel like it really, really helped. I did find out a few weeks ago that I have something going on called marginal previa. If you don't know what it is, Google it. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to like misinform anyone, but basically the way my midwife described it is that my placenta is really close to my cervix, So I think she said it's like 2 centimeters or 2 millimeters. Wait, what did she say? I think she said it's like 2 centimeters from my cervical opening, which can cause, you know, hemorrhaging, a lot of bleeding, can cause complications, which means, you know, it could be possible that I might not be able to have this baby naturally. She's like, there is the possibility of a C-section, which is my worst nightmare. I have such a phobia of going under the knife, and I'm not even kidding. It's such a scary thing to think about. Like, the thought of someone cutting into me scares the crap out of me. And you know, black women, we be dying at a higher rate, okay, up in these hospitals, because they don't be treating us right. They don't be caring about how, you know, how we doing. They just be cutting into us and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And I don't want to be the one to experience that, you know. Like, I feel bad for any woman that experiences any kind of complications with, you know, birth or a C-section. But one thing that my doula and I have been talking about is visualization. Literally manifesting the birth that I want. So just visualizing myself growing and progressing in this pregnancy. The farther along I get, the bigger I get, my uterus will pull my placenta up and away from my cervix so that I can have this baby naturally like I did the last time. So literally just visualizing that and telling myself that it's gonna happen. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna have this baby naturally the way I did the last time, and everything's gonna go smoothly, and it's gonna be a beautiful experience every single day. Just telling myself that. Even my husband and my son, my middle boy, he's like, nope, everything's gonna be fine, Mom. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna go wrong. My husband as well, as he's so sweet. Everything's gonna be fine, honey. You know, so literally we're manifesting that everything's gonna be fine, and my placenta will move up away from there and stop causing some problems. Okay, so yeah, that is how my first trimester went. I know it was a long video. Thank you for hanging in there with me, but I was getting some questions, so I just wanted to go ahead and make this video. I am currently 21 weeks along as of today. Wait, what is today? What is today? Hold up. Oh yeah, as of today, I am 21 weeks. And this baby is moving and grooving in there every single day. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. Like I said, next week I will be revealing the gender, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I post a video. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.